Hi friends, my name is Datta. Today I am back with a new session on parabola. Today I am going to discuss the basic concepts of parabola. Now, what is a parabola? A parabola is a locus of a point when the point is moving in such a way that it makes an eccentricity is equal to 1. E is equal to 1. E represents eccentricity. Now, eccentricity is what? If parabolic path is like this, how it is formed? Let's say a point A. Now, and this is called the focus F, and this is the directrix. Now, eccentricity is equal to 1. Why? This point always the ratio of this distance and this distance is always equals to 1. Now, if we draw consider this point, then this distance and this distance will always be 1. If we draw this series of points, it will form a figure named this parabola. Now the standard, we represent parabola like this: y minus k whole square is equal to 4a x minus h, or x minus h whole square is equal to 4a y minus k. Now, the two different equations we see here have two different geometric figures. Now, suppose we say an equation y square is equal to 4ax. Now, this equation is similar to this one. So, if we draw the basic geometric axes, this is x, this is y dashed, this is x, this is x dashed. Now, if we compare this equation with this one, we get k is equal to 0 and h is equal to 0. Now, what is k and h? K and h are the vertices of the parabola. Both are 0. So, we take this point as a vertex. So, this one goes like this and this one goes like this. Notice friends, the curve I have drawn here is a symmetric curve which is symmetric above the x-axis. Okay? Now, if I put the equation like this, y minus 2 whole square is equals to 4 into 2 x minus 1. What will happen now? Now the graph will change a little bit. Comparing this equation with this one, we get k is equal to 2 and h is equal to 1. This means that the coordinate of the vertex will be 1 and 2. Now this is the coordinate axis. The coordinate is 1 and 2. Suppose this is 1 and this is 2. So the parabola will form from this. It will go like this. Now what is 2? Comparing this is A. So A will be the focal point. How? The coordinate of the focal point is x is equal to h plus a. Is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now, if we go on like this, here 3, 2. This will be the focal point. Now, what will be the directrix? Another equation. The directrix will be formed when x is equal to h minus a. H is 1 and a is 2 minus. So, minus. It will go like this point is minus 1, 2. Now see one thing, friends. The coordinate of this one is 1 and 2. So the distance from this point is 2 units, and the distance from this point is also, so we can see, 2 units. So we can derive from this region that the distance from the focal point and the vertex and the distance from the directrix and the vertex are always equal. Now coming to the eccentricity, let us take a point which satisfies this equation. Suppose you take satisfy the equation. Suppose we are taking 1 and 2, okay, or suppose we take, if you are asked to find a point h and k which satisfy the equation, we can derive it from the eccentricity, because I have told you that eccentricity is always equals to 1 in case of parabola. So if this is h and k, the distance from this point, what will be the distance? Root over of h minus 3 square plus k minus 2 square, and this is the directrix. What is the equation of this line of the directrix? It is x is equal to minus 1 or x plus 1. Now hx plus 1 by 1. Equating the squaring this and equating this, we get h minus 3 whole square plus k minus 2 whole square is equal to hx plus 1. Why? Because I have, hx plus 1 whole square. Why? Because the eccentricity is 1, so the distance will be equal. Now friends, let me introduce a new concept of parabola, that is the latus rectum. Now taking the same figure, what is latus rectum? Again consider this figure. Suppose this is A and B and this is C and D. C and D is the focal point. Now latus rectum is the line which is perpendicular to the axis of symmetry, which is the x-axis, as you can see, and joining the two opposite points and passing through the focal point, that is C and D. Now friends, remember, in case of any parabola, the length of latus rectum is always 4a. Now what is a? We have already discussed that a is nothing but the distance between the vertex, this vertex, and the focal point. Okay, so this is a. 4a is always the length of the latus rectum. Now let me show you another format. If we are given like this, x minus 4 whole square is equal to 12y plus 3. Now this equation can be compared with this one. How? See, x minus 4 whole square is equal to 4 into 3 into y minus 3. Now the basic thing which we can see derived from here is that the center of the vertex is 4 and minus 3. Okay. Now what will be the axis of symmetry? Now axis of symmetry will be the y-axis. Why? See, x minus this one is always positive. Okay, so this y must be always positive, so it will be like this. Sorry, the axis of symmetry will be y plus 3 is equal to 0 or y is equal to minus 3. It is, sorry again, axis of symmetry is x minus 4 is equal to 0 or x is equal to 4. This, suppose this line will be the axis of symmetry and the center will be 4 and minus 3. That is like this one, minus 3, 4, minus 3. Now we have to decide whether the curve will be like this or like this. Now there is a shortcut technique to decide. If this 3 is the value, if a is positive, then it will be like this, and if a is negative, it will be like this. Now here a is positive, the curve will be like this one. Okay. Now what is the focal point? The focal point will be nothing but four minus 3 plus 3 or 4 0. That is, this will be the focal point, and the directrix will be parallel to this one. But what will be the directrix? It will be y is equal to minus 3, minus 6. At this point y is equal to minus 6, that is parallel to x-axis. See, my theories work because minus 3 to 0, it is 3 units, and this is also 3 units. So guys, I hope the basic concepts of parabola are clear, and if you like my video, please subscribe me.